Guys ready? Used to have SoundCloud. SoundCloud. I still use SoundCloud. Yeah, and it used to be called iTunes, Max. That's called iTunes. Now it's I just heard that today. I did not know they completely fully changed it to Apple Music from iTunes. All right. Let's get after it. Thanks, guys, for filling this. Big shout out to Jamar for staying on top of it. I fell asleep. I'm not gonna lie. I'm on my I took a nap. We'll call it that. Here we go. Speaking of nap, Napster. Oh yeah. LimeWire. LimeWire was awesome. I forgot about LimeWire. Yes. Oh, the little green. Oh, that was, they were the days, man. Burning CDs. Max, you ever have to burn a CD? Max will probably, I don't think, Max, you're way too young for that. Oh, the joys of burning a CD. Man, I recorded songs off the radio, and I know there's probably people older than that, but like, you got to record. My wife and I just he looked at his old job there. I remember Kazaa too. Oh, Sharpie marker right on him. It was awful too, because you never, by the time you were on like number whatever, or I'd name a mix, very rarely. It was just like Bear Share. I don't remember Bear Share. Oh yeah. You had a label maker? Hot Mix? Yeah. Hot Mix. Ooh. Raquel Armstead for the Jaguars. Like, I would name him like, yeah, like Summer Mix 1. Oh, man. You know what's funny? I'm going to bust them out of my garage tomorrow. I found some from way back in the day that we labeled. I'll post a picture, and we'll do this in the thread tomorrow. Oh, shoot. Real quick, guys. Let me go. I'm glad I got up. Big shout, honestly, Jamar. Thanks for making sure this kept rolling. I was asleep. My wife's like, didn't you say you had a break? I'm like, what? Oh, shit. Wiped the gunk out of my eyes, and we got to work. Max, you'll never get to know the joys of that. When my wife and I first started dating, she had a cassette. These were the stupid little things. Well, I was able to marry out of my league, but my wife only had a cassette player in her car. So she had like an older car. And I'm starting this watch party, guys. Hold on. And so I made her a mixtape. I literally recorded the songs on a mixtape, on a cassette. Oh, started out right for them Seattle Seahawks. Terry Gray. How about a DK Metcalf? There we go. Let's get it popping. That'll play. So yeah, I made her a mixtape. Yeah, that's what we were. My wife and I were. I wouldn't make her slow jam mixtapes. I made her one mixtape for her car, and I found it later. She never listened to it. She put it in her drawer. She only had a cassette player in her car. She didn't even play it. Jerk. It was about the gesture. DeAndre Baker. Yeah, Scott, we were just talking about, my wife and I just had this conversation when you had to record off the radio. I did that as a kid. AJ Brown. Yo, I think I've said it before, I will give a $10 credit if anybody can name the very first CD I got for Christmas. I got a CD player and a CD for Christmas. Dude, this is worse than the cornrow story. If you can name the first CD I got. Patrick Mahomes, Mark Ingram. It was like hip-hop-esque, but I wouldn't call it rap. It definitely wasn't rap. Suggs, Sutton, N'Keal Harry, Stanley Morgan, Chris Carson, and damn, Daniel. Impact out of 75 for the New York Giants. These are the kind of cards you can get graded and do well with. Rookie focus, Daniel. You guys are a little bit behind. It wasn't quite as old as Vanilla Ice, MC Hammer. It was around the Aaron Carter age. Nah, it had to be before Aaron Carter. After Criss Cross. Shut up, Max. Post Malone. Dude, Post Malone's kind of funny, though. Quadri Allison, Oliver, Anthony Miller, Dexter Lawrence, Penny Hart, David Montgomery. I did like Criss Cross back in the day. Back when you went to, what was the music shop? Oh, man, before FYE. It was around the 98. Usher was one of my first ones. Man, I played the shit out of Usher. I loved R&B, man. Old Usher. My way, what I say goes. I'm in control. Can't believe I'm singing. All right, Rashawn Gary. This is what happens when I'm exhausted. Lil Bow Wow. Nah, it wasn't. You want me to tell you? Ezekiel Elliott, Jannard Avery, DeAndre Baker, Deshaun Watson. How about a Lawrence Guy? This one also had a 75 impact. It's 7 o'clock on the dot. I'm in the drop top, cruising the streets. Oh, Dr. Dre was one of the first albums I learned. The Chronic was one of the first albums I learned every song on. I could probably still do that album. All right. Do you want me to tell you? I'll tell you, all right? I'll tell you through verse. I've seen a rainbow yesterday, but too many storms have come and gone, leaving a trace of not what God gave and right. Is it because my life is 10 shades of gray? I pray I'll tend fade away, seldom praise him for the sunny days. And like his promise is true, only my faith can undo the many chances I blew to bring my life to a new. You guys gotta know what that is, right? TLC, cause I creep, yeah. Christian McCaffrey creeping on D's, man. Running it. Mike, who did you say? And Vogue, you were closest. Coolio was good, though. All right, Christian McCaffrey. We still should have an auto in here. My mom got it for me for Christmas, and I was so excited. I'm not even going to lie about it. I played the hell out of it. And you could open the booklet, and the lyrics were in there. I had to have been like 10, 11 years old. But you could open the booklet. Yeah, that was the only rap in it, really. And I learned it through reading the booklet. Myles Gaskin for the Miami Dolphins. I told you it was worse than the cornrow story. For the Miami Dolphins. You guys know way too much stupid shit about me. Here we go. Not at all. Was kind of rap, not at all. False clues? What false clues? Myles Gaskin. Wow, that'd be cool. Coolio and Vanilla Ice. How is Vanilla Ice? Alright, that was Unparalleled. In just a box of Unparalleled, I exposed way too many vulnerabilities to you clowns. Yeah, I said it was more R&B than hip-hop. It was like R&B, hip-hop-esque, not rap. But they tried to do the rap thing. Oh, man, that genre of music, that generation of music was pretty solid, though. Let's do XR next. Let's see what's in here. Here we go.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Oh my gosh, the Migos. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go. Oh, that Turtles movie was iconic, man. I got my kid into the Turtles a little bit. It's just not the same as it was when you were a kid. At least not in my eyes, right? Like maybe it's still... I couldn't even let my kid watch that one. It wouldn't be relevant with the real, like, what I would consider the best Casey Jones ever. And the April O'Neil. Oh, man, that movie... Oh. I don't even know who played them. They all have Casey Jones and April O'Neil, but... MC Hammer was your first cassette? Who said that? Aaron? And Derwin James. Here we go. Never know what the conversation's going to take us at Late Night Blazing, that's for sure. Out of 99, Josh Oliver. Really? Just? He brought out the Ninja Turtles at the recent... That's cool if he did it as a 90s thing. Like, that's where he was in that movie. That's great. Easton Stick out of 49, 4 color. Woo!
Oh, that's nasty. Oh, they're so nasty.
That's beautiful for the LA Chargers going out to Pete Nico. Did you really, Jamar? I honestly always said, wonder if, like, I never knew anyone that did that. I always wanted to, and I tried it, and my mom would be like, turn them around. I'm like, oh, fuck. I never could get away with it. I don't think she just said it like that. It was just, there was no doing it. I was not allowed. Damian Harris out of 99. Yeppers. Ooh, I got a Yeppers out of Jamar. Is that Casey Jones when he gets out his a Jose Canseco bat? Does Mikey say that to Oh, man. He plays cricket, though, right? Jordan Scarlett. We have Bobby Wagner. Marcus Mariota. How about a Jay Sternberger out of 249 and Tariq Cohen out of 249? We were talking about, when I said about the cornrows the other day, people ask if I did Jinkos. I never did those. It was never a Jinko kind of. For the Miami Dolphins, Dan Morris, two-timing it. How about a Mercury Morris on-card Super Bowl 8? On-card Mercury Morris. That's pretty solid. I'm sure Dolphins fans would be after that one. Old-timer Dolphins fan. Wait, he says okie dokie too? Jamar's the man. Leonard Fournette. 21 out of 99 going to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Matt Miller. What's hypercolor? I don't know what hypercolor is, but I kind of want one already. All right, there's our XR. Here we go. Let's bring this over here. Bring you off of there. We're going to do luminance next. Set you on top. I love this mix, guys. I know it's pricey. We're probably not going to do another big one of these, at least for a couple days. I don't know. We'll see. Probably do some smaller ones tomorrow. I did say, actually, on Sunday, I forgot. I did, earlier. That was before I decided to do this one, though. I told Mike I would probably do one on Sunday, and I still might, so that we could do during Sunday night's game. Like, viewership just dropped because we're talking about shit nobody even knows. No, actually, to be honest, we did a question one time, or the age, and I think a lot of us were all around, like, mid to late 30s to older, but a lot of, like, mid to late 30s. Darius Leonard, Joey Bosa out of 275, N'Keal Harry, Darwin Thompson, Devin White, Arcega-Whiteside, and boom! Oh, out of 10! Out of 10! Second of the day for Josh Hurdle. Woo!
Loud noises!
That will play out of 10. Kyler Murray.
Oh my! He's on fire! Kaboom! Kaboom!
Red out of 10. Jeez.
Kaboom!
I think I have a 130 here. I need a 100. I'm going to get a fresh 100. Wow. The other one I was out of 15. You got 2 Kyler Murrays that total 25 on print run. I think so too, Mike. People didn't like Luminance last year, and I was one of the few that really did like it. The only thing I said about it was that it needed some color, and they took care of that. It got a little repetitive on the black and white without any color. So like all these cards, none of them had color in it at all. They also fixed the one thing that I felt like was the most annoying part of it, and that was that the first pack out of every box had the patch card, and the second pack had the draft day or vet auto. Every single box. So you could go into the hobby shop and they open a fresh one, and you could be like, I'll take the second pack. And you took the good pack out of it. If you went in, there was a pack left, there was a chance you were getting the patch. And I thought it was like an awful setup. I don't know if it was an error on their end, they didn't think it through, or what, but that is a nice one. Hypercolor explained up top. Scott, where did you say it? Hypercolor shirts change colors and temperatures. Your armpits would be blue while the rest of your shirt was green. Get out of here. That's not right. Scott, send me a link on hypercolor shirts. There's no way. And can you still get them? I want one. Max, I don't know, man. I will say this. We don't understand the logistics of running a massive moving, like, super, like, hot. You're dealing with athletes who have to sign things and get things back in time. And we often get mad at redemptions and stuff. But after I got to talk to some of the guys in charge, I realized they're just as frustrated sometimes, but the show must go on. They got to package the product. They got to get it out. So I think like things like the points were frustrating. They're working on that by doing some of these exclusives. I never heard of hypercolor shirts. I was kind of a loser. Well, I am. But I didn't have a lot of nice stuff when I was younger. They sound expensive. I didn't have them. Kenny Galladay, Josh Rosen out of 49, and vying for the Defensive Rookie of the Year, I would say, along with Bosa and maybe Chase Vinovich. Brian Burns for the Carolina Panthers going out to Blaney. I'm pulling a lot of him lately. The points are cool if they do them right. If they do exclusive content like the purple XR cards, yeah, there were no hits, but they were all to 25, and you could only get them that way. So as a collector, I mean, I'd be like, damn, yeah, I want to get that Josh Allen. I don't think the value backed them as much as they should have. But like Kaboom packs, if you go back to those Kaboom packs, I guarantee you find one now and try to buy it. See how expensive they are. Yeah, see, that makes sense why I didn't. Mike, how old are you, Cornette? Second sticker in 2 days. Second sticker today, Josh. Didn't you get one earlier? Lamar Jackson. You got the... Oh, we didn't sticker up the Murray because it was in Leaf Flash top loaded. Would you like me to mag that other Murray up? Hurdle, I will. Adrian Peterson. I generally don't take it out of the Leaf thing unless I'm asked to. Hunter Renfrow out of 275. And Julian Love for the Giants from Notre Dame out of 149 going to Tyler Hall. All right, so yeah, so you would have been, you guys are 40. I'll be 36 this year. So you guys would have been like middle school, which makes sense why you knew that and I didn't. I was still a first grader. Dude, I love talking about generational stuff now that we're older. Tyler, you're 32, so you're a little younger. All right, here we go. Juju, Minshew, Renfro, Dexter Lawrence, Ramsey, Rosen, Donald, Robbie Anderson out of 99. Josh Allen out of 275. And, man, a nasty patch. I don't want to touch it. He may have wore it to the doctor's office. Oh, it's kind of a weird dude. Antonio Brown for the Oakland Raiders. There you go, Jamar. Have your way with it. Oh, Aaron, so listen. I saw your post on that. Are you talking about the... Was it a Texans auto? Was it Kiki or something? So I told you, I think I wrote on your thing that... I wrote on the thread that I got my Josh Allen from Panini in a bubble mailer inside a box, bubble wrapped. The bubble mailer was bubble wrapped. It was like crazy protected. Now, it was an Obsidian out of 25 green etch auto. Super awesome card. It was. I might send it in to get graded. It's flawless. That being said, I've heard they're sending it out in top loaders. That was in like a mag case. They're sending proof Barrett. So you had a Moss like that. Wait, hold on. I'm in like 4 different conversations. Barrett and Scott, if you can produce a picture of you wearing a hypercolor shirt back in the day, I will give you each $5 credit. Only extended to you two since it was on the night on the chat. If you can post on the page a picture of you, either of you, go back in the old, you know what, send it to me. If it's solid, I may do something even better for you. But for now, that's what I'll offer. If you can produce this picture of you guys as a kid wearing a hypercolor shirt. He was crisscrossing the talent show. Poor Max is trying really hard to stay active in this combo. Max, do you know who Crisscross is? None of my, like, in school, even the older kids had no idea because they never really looped back around. Like, even the Backstreet Boys came back around for a minute. Mitchell Trubisky for the Bears. The Bears out of 75. Max, please, right now, go YouTube Crisscross. Jump. I'm telling you, Max, you missed an awesome part of our life right there. Irv Smith for the Minnesota Vikings going out to Corey Kelly out of 99. I don't know, Chad. Oh my gosh, Max, it's a damn little barnacle. Irv Smith. And, dude, I almost put this auto up as a bonus, but how about a Geno Atkins out of 125 for the Cincinnati Bengals going out to Chance, who will love it. He is a Bengals fan. Chance, you in here? Milli Vanilli. Geno Atkins. Love these pictures in the back of these. This is a set I could get behind. And, woo! For the Dallas Cowboys at a 149, on card, Leighton Vander Esch going out to the Dallas Cowboys. That is going to be Marcus Raymond. There you go. Dallas Cowboys. Who finishes first in the NFC East? Let's talk a little football because I want to get into some of these games. I'm loving the late night chat, but I kind of want to see, hear your thoughts on that. We're only 2 days away, technically 2 days away from football. Let's do certified, then we'll do absolute, Then we'll do a helmet. Now we're gonna do a helmet right after this one, and then we'll open the other two boxes. Then helmet. Then end with impeccable. Impeccable, yeah. I like LV too. Steelers switch and win it out. The Steelers switch what? Coaches and teams? Logos on the helmets of the Eagles? What's that, Mike? I want to watch some college football tomorrow, to be honest. Dude, let me tell you how I fell asleep tonight. This is normally I'm up, I'm active, I'm moving, but my wife and I didn't feel like doing anything for like cooking for dinner, and we found out earlier that The Lion King came out tonight, so I went and picked us up like 12.5 wings and a pizza. Our kids had already eaten, so we're sitting on the couch with our kids watching Lion King, just in the living room devouring chicken wings and pizza. Like 8 o'clock at night. Dude, I drank 3 Coronas and I went to sleep. Oklahoma, Texas, LSU, Florida. Who is it? Oh, LSU. Oh yeah, I heard the LSU Florida game is huge, right? Like do they hate each other? Is that what I hear? I don't follow college football at all. Like I don't know any of the history to it. Max, I'm glad you know that and you don't know crisscross. I have to be drinking some water. Man, every time I eat pizza anymore, or anything like deep fried, like wings. Deion Sanders, and how about a Debo for them Niners? Going out to Barrett. It's a little napkin swatch for you. Shut up, Scott. You did not have one. Get the fuck out of here. Hold on, I gotta find this. Man, I love it. I was talking to, I think it was Brian Solomon earlier. Mike, what'd you send me those pictures for? Where did you find those pictures of him signing? Is that how they do that? That's crazy. Yo, real quick, I want to show you guys this. Mike sent me this. This is a picture of, I don't know, who is. So they ship them to him in just boxes just like this. With the return and everything on. They pull them out and just sign them. Oh, sorry, Mike. I didn't mean to. That's crazy. And then real quick, I have my phone out since Jamar just approved it. Wait. I thought hypercolor would... That's like a recent picture of you though, right? Are hypercolor shirts still around? I'll honor it, but isn't that like a today picture of you? Are you wearing that right now? Wait, Mike, you took those pictures? You were there? Hold on. What? How did this Mike, how did this happen? Are you hooked up like that? Saquon Barkley for the New York Giants at a $2.99. That's crazy. Mike, that is awesome. Thanks for real. Mike, that's awesome. Thanks for sharing that, though. Thanks for letting me see those pictures. That's cool. I hope it's okay that I shared that out. I should have asked first. My bad. Saquon Barkley. That's kind of crazy. No wonder some don't get back. Like, they just could sit there. It's like getting a kid to do homework. Some of those guys probably never did homework in their lives ever. You had to show them how to turn on. Yeah, it is, Barrett. Like, you know what's stupid, Barrett, is that if Panini would put pictures like that out more and get us connected, I think people would appreciate a little bit more the intricacies of getting these autos done, enjoying some more. Like, if they put, I said this when I first started collecting, if they would do more behind the scenes stuff, let us see them a little, just a clip of them signing, or just a video, hey, showing these cards, maybe take a picture of a couple, or get more involved. Like, oh, here we go, out of 50, Emmanuel Hall, low print auto there for the Chicago Bears. I don't know, there's so many options. They could be throwing in Easter, like someone in our group, Sean, used to say about throwing in, like, you know, Easter egg kind of style cards across the board, kind of like athlete cards, although they do it in helmets. Like you can get the Al Pacino or the Jamie Foxx from the Any Given Sunday, I think it is, signed helmets from that team. What's the Sharks or whatever? But anyhow, Panini's missing out on connecting with fans a little bit. They're getting better, though. Do they? Are there? Well, then why don't they? I guess they're getting better. I'm starting to get more newsletters from them and stuff. I think they probably see that as a missing aspect. But, like, instead of all these Kid Reporter cards, right? Every now and then switching it up just a tad and throwing in, you know, something, a way to connect. Like, here's an exclusive video from the signing of this set or something like that. Why not? Another one for the Chicago Bears, 3 colors, David Montgomery. So I saw one before. I never saw a Tom Brady one. I'm going to have to look him up. In his game used jersey. I saw before with the grid, how they square it off inch by inch. David Montgomery, Chicago Bears. Bears are killing it. Chance, you're having a good night, man. Did you guys see the Hypercolor shirt? I don't know if I showed it to you. Anthony Miller, Baker Mayfield. Well, that's the first box out of there that didn't have an extra hit in it. That was the 4th box. The first 3 boxes all had extra hits in it. Kids aren't buying Absolute. He hit his wife with an Xbox? What? I did. Did you not see the Hypercolor? Oh, I want to do a helmet next. Wait, who said kids aren't buying Absolute? What do you mean kids aren't buying Absolute? First of all, Panini must know its demographic, because Absolute is actually one of the few sets Panini put this year that continues to climb in price. I can't find Absolute anywhere. It's up to like $170, $180 a box. I can't get it anywhere cheaper than that. I called the store I go to an hour away. They had 6 left at like $150. I said, hold them. That was on Saturday. They weren't open till Monday. I went to go get him. That Sunday, my kid went to the hospital. This was 2 weeks ago. Monday, I was like, hey, I can't come till tomorrow. They said, okay. They called me. They said, we sold him. He said we had like 8 calls for him. Kids aren't buying. Oh, really? Kids can't buy cards anymore. Yeah, sure they can, Mike. And not only that, Mike, I'll tell you what I learned. I'll tell you what I learned at the National. There are a lot of dads collecting with their kids because they're enjoying the hobby again. And we met Carter's Box Breaks. Actually, Max knows them. He's friends with the kid. I have their card right here. But pretty much they're trying to win that. We're sending them a ton of Kid Reporter cards. I don't know who this is, but it's a neat Cardinals helmet. Going out to the Arizona Cardinals, Josh Hurdle with the Dan Deerdorf. Hall of Fame in 96. All right, Scott, I know you're going to fill me in or someone. Mike, let me tell you about kids and he can't afford it. Who is Dan Deerdorf? Why don't I know him? I will say this. These are much better than the TriStar ones. The Leaf ones are cool. That's a Beckett certified one. Some of them are Beckett, some of them are JSA. Well, he clearly played. He played for the Cardinals. So, Mike, at the National, there was a trade night at the hotel I was staying at. So, I swung by just real quick. We were out for dinner and stuff that night, and we came back, and it was kind of finishing up. And I got to remember to mark these on the hits then. I guess we already had a Cardinals hit. We're actually going to get into Absolute right now, then Illusions, then a helmet, then Impeccable. But, so I'm not kidding you guys. These are 12, 13, 14-year-old kids. And we go back, they all have briefcases, like those padded card cases with the foam in them. All locks. I watched a kid open his up. He was trading, making a trade. So he opened his case up. They would close them like every time. All graded, high-end basketball, multiple probably $5,000-$10,000 cards in there. It's crazy. And these were kids. Some of them, their parents were with them. Some of them were on their own. So I'm not saying that's the average kid. But dude, so are video games. Everything's more expensive. Dude, I can't tell you, when I was a kid, it was like uncommon. Maybe it was just my childhood. Maybe you guys can speak to this, but for me to get like a $30, $40 toy, and every time I'm in the store, I feel like kids are just getting toys. Like, I know my own kids even are getting toys constantly. I bought $6 wrestling figures and like 99-cent Hot Wheels. My kid gets, everything's expensive now, I feel like. It really is though, Mike. And that's the thing though, is that even the kids, the packs the kids can afford, they don't want those packs. Like, they don't want a pack of Score. That's why I don't get where Score has a place in collecting right now. Jamar, you're absolutely right. I mean, I'm guilty of the same thing. Nor are you allowed to just let your kid run around like you used to do either. Like, you're an awful parent, apparently, if you let your kid just run around. But either way, Jared Goff here. Out of 100, Khalil Mack. It looks like we're going to have another Bears hit, too. I know, like that, the team sticker kind of thing. Was he a solid player, Scott? But yeah, I will say this. We're going to go right into this hit. Riley Ridley. The Bears are absolutely on fire.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Jeepers creepers.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Gonna hit another bust here. Why do you say that, Mike? Out of 299. I mean, here's the thing. It's new to some of us, but the more I look, cards have been popular, not at the level of like, it's not been exposed as much, but the National has been big for a while. I didn't realize how much it's gotten bigger. But I thought the same thing, like with the decline in it. I don't see it happening because basketball, look at basketball. It's only getting bigger and bigger. That's the thing though, Mike, is that this stuff, the volume of this has been out there forever. They haven't increased their sets too much in football. It's always been a lot. It just kind of set around, and we bought a lot of it up real fast. So there may be too much of it out there right now, but that's because there was a huge, like, you can't go get 2016, 2017 product. It all got bought up. So there's an overabundance of it right now, but as that settles down, there's no more 16 or 17 to be got. Like, if you do, you're paying a premium because people have a couple boxes of it. But all that's out there is what they're putting out now. And I don't think they're overproducing right now. I do remember Donruss pieces. I thought this through the other day too, Mike. And I was like, it's not like they're putting out, outside of Score and Donruss, nothing's really super produced. Everything's shorter print now. Is that confirmed, 10,000? That means he had to sign at 10,000 autographs. I don't see him signing 10,000 autographs just this year. And on top of that, if you look at some of the sets, like, who were we talking about? Jason Upchurch from Three Kings. We were both talking at the National, actually. Keelan Doss for the Oakland Raiders out of 100. If you look at, was it Absolute maybe? Some of the colored parallels that are numbered, like, there's only the Bakers, or not Bakers, the Kyler's are only up to 35 in that set. They don't have one to 99 or 125. Yeah, Mike, you're right about Luminance, but the early sets are big like that. Does he? I don't think he has them up. That's what I'm talking about, though. Does Kyler Murray have an auto to 399 in that, or did they cut him off at like the 125? Keelan Doss for the Oakland Raiders. I want to see that then. One second, because I've been curious about this. What were we saying? In Luminance, right? So in Luminance, if you go to the team checklist, here's what I'll show you what I'm doing. Cardinals. Kyler Murray. So he has 264 in this, which means he does not have. Dude, no. See, if you look at guys like Akeem Butler, they did have 638. So some of those guys are produced. Caleb Wilson, 638. Byron Murphy, 638. So if they go all the way up to the 199 or whatever, but then you go down to guys like Kyler Murray, his print run is 264, which means he had it probably to 100, to 75, to 50, to 25, to 25, to 10, and to 5, and the 1, I would imagine something to that extent. I bet he didn't go above 100 or 125. But then all these draft days, we don't know how many of the draft days were put out, but we do know that all the short prints were 25, 10, 5, and 1. So maybe 350, 400, I would say. I think the on-card draft days were limited to 100, so all said and done, probably like 400. I think you're wrong on that for like the bigger players. Now for the lower end players, yeah, I would agree. Everyone, but then you look at Murray. Let's also go ahead. Let's look at Daniel Jones real quick while we're on it. Sorry guys, I know you're here for the break, but this is important to the hobby too. When you look at Daniel Jones, Again, 264. Everyone else is 638. So they're not doing that. They're cutting those higher guys short. I would imagine Haskins is the same way. If you go down to the Redskins, Dwayne Haskins, 264, same thing. So where you look at like Montez Sweat, 539, 638. So there's something to be said about that. Panini's actually taken their time to think through that, to not overproduce. So would you, Mike, now that you see that, do you still feel like there would be that many? Dante Pettis out of 75. That's actually... So, yeah, all right. And the draft days are limited to 100, 150, 25, 10, 5, and 1, I think. So 264, 364. So still, to your point, he doesn't have 1,000. At the most, 500. Yes, but he's not signing that. That's the Luminance is one of the highest sets, right? Like the early stuff is. Outside of that, it gets shorter and shorter print. I mean, you could be right, but the fact is, there's a ton of. You look at things like Tom Brady. You know, you're still trying to get his autographs and stuff. They're hard to find, so you can still go after those. Certain vets are always going to be big. 5 of 5, Nicky Foles. I want to ask you this. I thought their plan was to put Foles back in. My brother seemed to think very differently. What happens when Foles is healthy? Did I, Chad? I didn't even notice it. Nick Foles, 5 of 5. Who do they play when Foles is healthy? Minshew or Foles? Rosen and Brown. Look at that. For the Philadelphia Eagles. That's a sweet patch right there. I don't know what that is. Looks like a letter. Maybe part of the number. 32 out of 49 going to the Philadelphia Eagles. Bobby Parker. Shut up, guys. Why are you making fun of me? It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Relax. I'm allowed to miss a penny sleeve. You think he stays on the bench? $20 million a year, $14 million a year on the bench? Man. And Greedy for the Browns out of 75. That's a good question, Scott. All right. We're going to do illusions, then a helmet, and then impeccable. I will tell you this to your point too, Mike. Yeah, I agree, Jamar. You want the wins. And I don't think it's as big as a deal as Teddy Bridgewater goes. You know, what if Ted, hypothetically, to your point, the Saints had a loss prior to Teddy Bridgewater going in. If Teddy Bridgewater gets in there, or, you know, Drew Brees comes back and they're undefeated with Bridgewater, you're 100% pulling Bridgewater. So to that point, there is an exception to that rule, is that you want wins. Even if Teddy Bridgewater is playing out of this world, let's say he's picking it up every week, and Brees misses another 2-3 weeks to get healthy, right? To get right. And Teddy Bridgewater throws 4 touchdowns a game leading up to that. I know it's a lot of ifs, ands, and maybes. But Do you sit Teddy Bridgewater if he averages 4 touchdowns a game? I agree, Jamar. That's what I'm saying. Foles is not Breeze. But what if, like, do you really you sit him down even if he has 4 touchdowns? I agree. But that's crazy to think they could be in that situation. I agree. You'd never sit Breeze. You can't. No, I'm not. The Packers' schedule is not favorable after that. I think they have a good shot at beating the Lions this week. And I like the Lions. I want the Lions to win that game, but it's going to be tough. Cortland Sutton, Daniel Hunter, Rosen, Freeman, and Lamar Jackson. A Josh Jacobs, and how about Daniel Jones for the New York Giants? Teddy's going to get picked up. They're going to have to he can't stay backup. We kind of got like a Nick Foles situation there in itself, right? Like they can't. You know, he had a chance to go. I didn't know this. He had a chance to go to the Dolphins. He went, met with them and everything, and he turned it down. They wanted him. And he said he would rather learn from Breeze than go play at a place like Miami. Good for him. Look what happened there. But they gave him an opportunity to be a starting quarterback in Miami. Oh, what is this? Bad quality control. Devin White, Drew Brees, speaking of him, and Hollywood out of 299. Mixon, Whiteside, Barkley. There is a Charles Haley. And how about Joshua Jacobs for the Oakland Raiders? He chose... Teddy loves to sit. You mean to sit? He could be that dude that just doesn't mind watching the game from the sidelines. Free tickets to the game and he's getting paid. Dude, what is this? That's the second one. We've opened a lot of this and haven't seen it quite like that yet. So far, we're okay. I mean, it's base cards, so let's hope it doesn't affect our hits at all. Drew Lock out of 50. Dak Prescott. Do you think he gets paid? Do you think they... I don't know what his contract situation's like. Hayden Hurst, Darrell Henderson, Tristan Hill. One of my locks of the week this week for daily. Scary Terry McLaurin out of 299. Going out to the Washington Redskins, Todd Shaw. That is true, Jamar. He can feel like he had a good bit to do with getting that ring. It's not like he just, was a backup and didn't play. He felt like he contributed a little bit, kind of like Carson Wentz with the Eagles Super Bowl. No, I'm just kidding. Carson Wentz did get it there. Nick Foles won the whole Eagles team. They were talking about that today, how like that Eagles team was not a great team, but they just had a great run. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at all their games and stuff. But Joe Flacco out of 299. I thought it was interesting the way they put that. Deontay Johnson, Keenan Allen, Fletcher Cox out of 149. Green, Myles Garrett. Josh Allen, Drew Brees, Kelsey, and Brown. So where does Teddy go next year then? I don't know if his contract allows him to just roll out. There's a Drew Lock, Devontae Adams, Quinnen Williams, Le'Veon. There's another one. This one's going to be Dexter Lawrence, Alvin Kamara, and Trayvon Mullen out of 25, going out to the Oakland Raiders. Love that picture. All right. 4 players born in the 70s, currently in the NFL. Man. Born in the 70s. Brady's got to be one, right? He's up there. And Breeze. Vinatieri's got to be one. Yeah, Chance just said it. Vinatieri. David Johnson out of 299. Matt Bryant? Wait, there's got to be more than 4 then, right? Derrick Henry and Ryan Finley. We need more trivia like that. It's going to be a vet. Superlatives. Fred Dean out of 99 for the LA Chargers. Going out to Pete Nico. Brady, Breeze, Vinny. Wait, you said Brian, but isn't Vinatieri one too? Oh, you're saying Vinny that way. All right, we have a helmet and we have impeccable yet. We have 7 hitless prizes as well. Let's get this helmet in there. What about Ben Roethlisberger? When was... How old is Big Ben? He's got to be close, right? Dude, this helmet is kind of nasty. Is this a... Dude, is this like a... This has got to be some sort of variation helmet. Walter Jones for the Seattle Seahawks. Man, it's like a matte helmet, like a flat coloring. Well, I don't know much about memorabilia, but it looks cool. Going out to the Seattle Seahawks. Terry Gray with the Walter Jones Hall of Fame helmet. Boom. See, Scotty, helmets can be cool. All right, set that off to the side. Congratulations there, Terry. All right, we have one big box left to go. The biggest of it all, the impeccable. All right, are you guys ready? This is kind of what we came here for. This is over a third of the break price right here. Let's get after it. And then you guys can all go to bed. And I'll have dreams of TLC. Scott, I'll be doing some fresh cases to start. I have a couple cases of them. All right, not going to be our silver pack. This is actually out of a fresh case. Mike, will you still come hang out and talk about old stuff if you don't break? And am I still allowed to listen to your radio show? Barrett, will you do the same? Will you at least come hang out? Basketball PYT, you won't be finding that on our page a lot. We're going to be doing a lot of multi-year randoms. Joe even said that. LaShawn McCoy out of 50 for the Bills. Sam Darnold out of 75. Am I your hero right now, Scott? Well, Mike, here's the thing. And there's lots of people that are doing it as far as PYT. But even those people that are doing that are randoming off the Pelicans. Who are you trying to get in PYT? Jason Witten out of 75 for the Dallas Cowboys. Going out to Marcus Raymond. I mean, we might be able to do some PYT, but it'd be multi-year still. We won't be doing. We're not going to be able to get cases of anything basketball. Basketball is so hard to get right now. I'm hardly getting anything. A couple boxes of each so far. Jason Witten out of 75. Oh, here's another one. Eric Dickerson out of 50. So there's another. You and I aren't friends, Scott? 62 out of 75. Jordan Scarlett. Yeah, you call Panini and let me know, Mike. I don't get from Panini, but you can call him and let him know I'd like to. Jordan Scarlett. Carolina Panthers been hot. For the Detroit Lions, Alex Regal with the 4 of 10. Billy Sims going out to the Detroit Lions. The same initials, wrong player. That should have been Barry Sanders. He does have cards in here, but here's a Billy Sims for the Detroit Lions, 4 of 10. For the Jacksonville Jaguars, dual auto, Mark Brunell and Fred Taylor out of 25. That's a cool card. That's who was in the league. That's who was coming in the league when I started collecting, or was like big into collecting. That is a cool card. And woo, out of 75, Dwayne Haskins. Apparently I'm not allowed to hit the kaboomer, but he's going to be in there, man. This is a card you sit on for a little bit. There you go.
Boom!
Keenan McCardell and Jimmy Smith. Yes. Dwayne Haskins. Let me see. I'm probably going to need to do a 180 on that. Seven hitless prizes going out. I'll do that after I do a recap here. Give me a couple minutes to get this all, a couple seconds here to get this all situated. Well, you are a Packers fan, Mike, so, I mean, you kind of were already in that category prior to getting in a 10-box break. This might have solidified it, but... All right. Here we go. These are not hits, but some short prints. Dickerson, Darnold, McCoy, Locke out of 50, Foles out of 5, Morgan out of 100, Hawkinson to 199, Biscuit out of 99, Damian Harris out of 75, Daniel Jones. That's a nice one right there. Kind of a creepy look, but... All right, here we go. Out of our patch cards, it's going to be Joshua Jacobs for the Oakland Raiders. Going out to Jamar. Daniel Jones for the New York Football Giants. Going out to Tyler. Carson Wentz for the Philadelphia Eagles. Going out to Bobby Parker. Dante Pettis for the San Francisco 49ers, going out to Barrett. Saquon Barkley for the New York Giants, going out to Tyler. Debo for the Niners, going out to Barrett. For the Minnesota Vikings, Corey Kelly, Irv Smith Jr. out of 99. Antonio Brown for the Oakland Raiders to Jamar out of 49. Jacksonville Jaguars having a huge break, going out to Matt Miller. Fournette, and then Carolina Panthers, Christian McCaffrey going out to Blaney. We also had the 4 out of 10 Billy Sims for the Detroit Lions going out to Alex Regal. Jordan Scarlett for the Carolina Panthers going out to Blaney. For the LA Chargers, Fred Dean going out to Pete Nico. Travion Mullen for the Oakland Raiders, going out to Jamar. Washington Redskins, Terry McLaurin going out to Todd Shaw. Greedy Williams for the Cleveland Browns going out to Joe Thompson. Keelan Doss, man, Raiders crushed it too for Jamar. For the Chicago Bears, Chance Clifton getting the Riley Ridley. Also getting the 3-colored David Montgomery. Emmanuel Hall, Chicago Bears as well. Back to back for the Bears. They had a run there. For the Dallas Cowboys, Marcus getting the LVE on-card auto. Geno Atkins for the Cincinnati Bengals going out to Chance. Julian Love for the New York Giants going out to Tyler. Brian Burns for the Carolina Panthers to Blaney. For the Miami Dolphins, on-card Super Bowl auto, Mercury Morris going out to Dan Morris. For the LA Chargers, Easton Stick, a nice one going out to Pete. For the Miami Dolphins, Myles Gaskin. And for the Seattle Seahawks, who also got a helmet, which we'll look at real quick, DK Metcalf. The helmets were the Walter Jones for the Seattle Seahawks. Beckett certified. And the Dan Dierdorf for the Arizona Cardinals. Where are you getting a running back 1 for Russell Wilson in fantasy right now? Because it's hard to get a running back, especially with these bye weeks coming up. Here we go. Dual auto, Fred Taylor. Mark Brunell out of 25. Jason Witten out of 75. Kyler Murray out of 10. And Dwayne Haskins out of 75. I gotta say, all in all, not a bad break. I know we didn't get everybody, but the Arizona Cardinals hitting with the Murray. Jacksonville Jaguars got another one. A lot of repeat teams in this, so that doesn't help. But we're going to give out 7 hitless prizes. It is going to go a little something like this. Pink pack will be number 1. The Rashad Penny will be number 2. The Anderson will be 3. Number 4 will be the Drake patch. 5 will be the Crowder patch. 6 and 7 will be the credits. The bigger teams, except for like the Giants, hit a couple smaller ones, but the Cardinals and the Skins got their hits out of it, which were, you know, a big part of it. I'm looking over here, and you guys had said about Legacy, but I was in Luminance. Draft day signatures, wasn't it? It says Luminance at the bottom. It says Legacy at the top, but I clicked on Luminance. Yeah, for some reason it says Legacy, but it was Luminance that I looked at, because that's the one that has the draft days. Okay. I don't know why it says Legacy up here, but it is the Luminance checklist. And I looked on the page, and it was Luminance. Just so you guys see that. I didn't realize that. I saw someone say... Alright, here is our hit list teams. Second gets Anderson. Third gets Drake. Was it Drake or Balaj? That's actually a Balaj. Oh, I'm sorry. First gets Pink Pack. Second gets Penny. Third, Anderson. Fourth, Balaj. Fifth, Crowder. Sixth and seventh. 5 credit each. Min roll 5. Good luck, hitless teams. That won't do it. Snake Eyes. What the F? Be here all night. Jeez, just made it on that one. Good luck. And final round. Saints, Colts, Texans, Titans, and Pats. Oh, I got you there. I forgot 7. I got you, Mike. Here's what we have. The New Orleans Saints. Carl Greneau, are you in here? If you are, I can open up your pink pack now. If not, I can ship it to you or open it before I ship it out on the next break. Carl, you're getting the pink pack. The Colts. Indianapolis Colts. Adam Marshall, you are getting the Rashad Penny, Adam. There you go. The third team, the Houston Texans, going out to Todd. You are getting the Ken Anderson out of Majestic. That is going to be Todd Bush. The Tennessee Titans, Matt Miller. You are getting the Balaj 3-color out of Gold Standard. New England Patriots. Chris Vogt is going to get the Jamison Crowder. And the credits are going to the Rams, which is Aaron Elrod. You were getting yourself $5 credit. And Mike Cornett for the... Oh, no. Barrett. Sorry, Mike. I didn't get you. Forgot you had the Ravens. My bad. Green Bay Packers, Barrett. getting a $5 credit as well. See what you guys are saying to me. Well, Mike, as long as you promise to keep coming in and hanging out. I don't want a quarterback for. I rarely will ever trade a running back for anything except a wide receiver one, or like a combo of a quarterback, wide receiver, quarterback, lower end running back. Yeah, everyone needs running backs. I'm in a league right now. I'm winning. I'm 4-1 in, and this week I have David Montgomery who's off, Devin Singletary who's off. I have Saquon who's hurt, Wayne Gallman who was hurt, which I had to get as a backup, and I have someone else who either has I have no running backs. Clippy, hey, thanks for having me. Hey. So, yeah, I'm gonna go look at that now. My lineups for the week. All right, guys, listen, DraftKings prizes are going to be dope. I hope you guys can get in where you live. I'm going to make them pretty solid this week. We're going to have some fun with DraftKings. I'm going to try to blast that out while the games are live, kind of have a live feed with that and stuff. So appreciate you guys getting in. I wish I could do more. I'm trying to do what I can for everyone. I really am. I know it's frustrating to go hitless, but we're trying to have fun too. So try to keep it fun. Don't overextend yourselves. All right. Deuces.